London has always been an attractive jurisdiction for high net worth individuals, either as a home or destination for investments. How will the Brexit decision change that? Join me as Leonardo Braune from consultancy firm Intercorp Group. Leonardo, how has the Brexit decision changed high net worth individuals' relationship with London and the UK?
It was a very big surprise. We have a lot of ultra high net worth people that have been living in London for quite some time. There were people that were actually relocating to London a few months before and also planning to move a few months after. So the first reaction was of uncertainty and trying to look and see what was going to happen, what was the real impact. After that, people calmed down and they realized that despite some of the implications that this may have economically, that there's a chance for the UK to position themselves more attractively in terms of efficiency, economic, tax.
What have been the biggest trends changing the wealth management landscape?
The world is changing dramatically in terms of how they view net worth. And governments are extremely focused on collecting more, taxing more, and at the same time being fair enough so that they don't simply scare off these individuals. There's also a very strong trend for compliance, for transparency. We have countries trying to adopt amnesties like Brazil in the process of trying to become more and more compliant with tax. One thing is for sure, wealthy individuals want to remain wealthy, they want to remain efficient, but at the same time they have to deal with all these different variables at once now.
How has the conversation around ultimate beneficial ownership changed your work?
Well, it has increased dramatically because we've always focused on transparency since the beginning. Our practice has been a very efficient practice in terms of finding the proper loopholes within the legislation that would allow individuals to benefit in terms of efficiency, but at the same time still be compliant. What has changed now is that the rules are more open. At the same time, they're more detailed. And this brings in differences between one country and the other, and we have to try to manage that the best way possible. So now a lot more people are looking into that. They're trying to find out what's the best place for me to be looking at from a tax perspective.
What is the best place for people to go then?
To find the best place, we need to first understand what people are looking for and what exactly is bothering them and what's even driving them to relocate. It's a balance between personal desires and also at the same time efficiencies and how their assets are going to be taxed. Finding the right balance is challenging. So we basically do simulations all the way from the tax returns to the tax cost to dealing with succession so that they get a feel in this place where you're thinking it would be good. Very basic example. They have their returns and let's say they're making 5% a year net of tax. Would you be prepared to be making 3% because now your tax cost is higher? Then the other question is that really going to change your lifestyle? Because obviously that extra cost has to bring some benefit. And it's balancing these things that make these families really re-challenge all their values and how to deal with that.
Looking at the UK, we've always been extremely aggressive on financial services, but now positioning ourselves in competition with the EU rather than a passport into it. What do you think we need to do? What do you think we need to change?
I think the UK is in the right direction. I've always believed that since we first positioned ourselves here in London, because it is an attractive jurisdiction that basically has one key element, which is time to adjust. The non-dom system, which has been in place for many years, is clearly a transition from a no-tax environment where basically the family is not even here into a full tax environment when they are fully domiciled. And because of that, they can benefit and they can enjoy basically a transitioning tax impact that attracts people. Now, it will attract people that will be here just for that transition period, but we're talking about people which will make investments, which will generate jobs, which will bring their businesses, and maybe they won't stay here forever, but some of these will actually stay. They will actually make this their home, and they will deal with the consequences of that just like they would anywhere else.
As you say, London is a home for Intercorp, one of your 3 homes anyway. Are you looking at exploring an office on mainland Europe now?
That's a possibility, but we have so much on our plate right now, just trying to balance between Brazil, the US, and London. The main thing right now is choose the right clients and at the same time continue to increase and expand the network of specialists that we rely on. Our business is focused on specialists and local expertise on different jurisdictions. We have become the experts of basically finding the experts and understanding the client's desires and needs. So basically what we're planning to do next year is to consolidate these relationships and somehow become more and more efficient in managing these different types of projects that we have to deal with.
Leonardo, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Visit EuropeanCEO.com for more on tax strategies, and please subscribe for the latest business, finance and strategic insights transforming Europe.